Channel Islands National Park is a refuge where plants and animals flourish in a natural state. On the mainland, dense human population has crowded out wildlife, increasing the value of this offshore park. The isolation of these islands makes them critical habitat and a great place for wildlife to flourish.
Welcome to Channel Islands National Park. This park protects plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. We would like you to enjoy these islands and to help us protect them.
On islands with established trails, please stay on the trails. These trails have been created in areas which allow you to see the most interesting park features with minimum impact. Even on established trails, please be careful where you step. Birds often nest close to the trails, and a careless step could crush an egg. Where the trail passes through nesting sites, you should keep moving. If you stand in one place too long, you will keep the birds off their nests, making the eggs susceptible to overheating and predation. By moving on, you minimize your disturbance and the birds will quickly return to their nests. California brown pelicans, once on the brink of extinction in the United States due to DDT pollution, have made a dramatic comeback. The Channel Islands are an extremely important nesting area for these graceful seabirds. Pelicans are very sensitive to disturbance during the breeding season, and if driven off their nests, may abandon them permanently. Because of this, some trails have to be closed to hikers. Please do not use trails that are marked closed. They are closed to protect sensitive wildlife. Do not venture past established viewing areas. These areas are far enough from the animals to reduce disturbance. If you approach wildlife too closely, you may cause serious harm or even death to the animals. For better views, use binoculars or use long lenses for photography. The alarm calls of this western gull are telling the photographer that she is way too close. Fishing can also be hazardous for seabirds. Hoping for an easy meal, pelicans, cormorants, and gulls may snatch your bait as you cast. If they hook themselves and you cut your line, they then fly away carrying a death sentence in the form of the loose fishing line that may become tangled in branches where they roost. This same death sentence can come from carelessly discarded line. To prevent these needless deaths, do not cast when a bird is within swooping range of your bait, and make sure you dispose of your discarded line in a proper place, not overboard. Trash, when discarded improperly on the mainland, can wash ashore on Channel Islands beaches. Once here, it can entangle and indiscriminately kill wildlife. Please dispose of trash properly, and if you find trash, pick it up. Sea kayaking allows you to experience the islands in a very intimate way. Kayakers have access to areas that no other visitors can reach. They can visit remote beaches and sea caves. While paddling, Kayakers may find themselves in close proximity to several species of marine mammals. All these animals either make their home in the Channel Islands or spend time here to breed. These seals and sea lions are sensitive to human presence. If approached too closely, they will leave the area where they have hauled out of the water. Like this kayaker, if you cause an animal to change its behavior, you are way too close and are causing the animal to use critical energy reserves. When these water-adapted animals move over land, they use tremendous amounts of energy. In a world that works by the laws of natural selection, too many unnecessary expenditures of energy can mean the difference between life and death. If the animals are so startled that they stampede, they can crush or maim pups. The stampede can also separate young animals from their mothers or force animals into the water at inopportune times, allowing them to fall victim to predators. To protect wildlife, all rocky outcrops and some beaches are closed. Before your trip, check with the Park Visitor Center or with a park ranger to find out which areas are closed.
You'll want to avoid these. I was over there this morning. There's several hundred animals hauled out there.
Your part in protecting marine mammals is very easy. Be aware of where you are and stay at least 300 feet away from them. When possible, use binoculars for viewing wildlife. Sea caves found around the islands are nesting areas for some seabirds. By entering these caves during nesting times, you will create a disturbance that can cause nest abandonment, resulting in the death of eggs and chicks. Avoid entering these areas during sensitive breeding times. Check with park personnel for specific times when visitation should be avoided.
Protecting the Channel Islands National Park and its wildlife can't be done without you. By following the simple guidelines in this video, you can be part of the solution and help preserve the fragile balance of life here at this extraordinary national park. Please tread lightly in the Channel Islands.
Remember, keep an adequate distance from wildlife. Stay on established trails. Dispose of trash properly. Pack it in, pack it out. Be aware of all park regulations and closures. These simple rules will ensure that this critical habitat will continue to provide a home to the seabirds and marine mammals of the Channel Islands.